The Shark Deck.
I'm Johnny Mac with your daily comedy news. Tom Segura caught up with Muscle and Fitness, and they talked workouts. Tom said I was 255 pounds. In the special, I say I was 245 pounds, but I'm lying. I was 255. The truth is, I don't think I was actually very cool with it, but I was just kind of going along with it. I was 34 when that was happening. It's not a good thing, and I was completely sedentary at that time. If you go back and watch his specials in 2016's Mostly Stories, you'll notice that he appears a little fitter. His shoulders look broader. Then in 2018, Disgraceful, he revealed he had lost more than 50 pounds. Segura said, everybody has their own number that's permissible, where like after that, their alarms go off. The thing that I've learned is there's no end number, and that's what took me a long time to figure out. Even now, I'm in the 200-pound range. Like, I kind of fluctuate, I'd say, between 198 and 205. You don't get to a number and go, we're done. It's a constant thing. As cliched as it sounds, it's literally a lifestyle. Part of the problem was his schedule, often doing 2 shows in a single day. You'd find he and his crew were eating junk food late at night. Now they try to eat between shows rather than eat in the middle of the night. It's a very far departure from the way we used to do it. He suggests watching out for super coffees. They're like, man, I love this chocolate swirl thing with like caramel and I don't know, something else in it. And just like, wow, it's so crazy what's in it. And they're like, yeah, that's how I get my day started. And I'm like, holy cow, man, it's like you ate a whole cake. Here's Segura's training split while on tour. Monday, we do chest and back. Tuesday, 45 to 60 minutes exercise bike for cardio. Wednesday, heavy day, legs, back, and arms. Squats, deadlifts. Thursday, 45 to 60 minute jog or exercise bike. Friday, arms, core, and mobility. Saturday, light cardio. When he's home, he has his own gym set up with a Peloton, dumbbells and kettlebells, and a wall-mounted tonal resistant machine. Segura says, I love it. Fatherly focused on Chris Distefano, the parent. Recently on his podcast, Chrissy Chaos, Distefano talked about the tough weekday mornings that come with having 3 kids. We have the 12-year-old waking up late. He's going to miss the bus. We have my 8-year-old waking up right on time. She doesn't want to do anything. She doesn't want to do her hair. She doesn't want to eat. Then we have the 2-year-old waking up who's just being 2, a crazy drunk lunatic person, yelling, screaming, wants to be held, wants to be put on the floor, and she bites. There's a lot of chaos going on. We start yelling at each other, yelling at the kids, sprinting on the bus. It always turns negative, sending them out into the world on the bus. He realized responding to chaos with chaos wasn't going to get a positive reaction and said, hey, let's use these moments of crisis to show the children how you react during a crisis. Because with children, they can't really communicate. Their behavior is the language. How they're behaving is what they're telling you. So I'm like, okay, they're behaving in a way that maybe they're hungry, maybe they have to use the bathroom, maybe they're scared because they have a test, whatever. But he admits sometimes it doesn't work. He said, for some reason today when I woke up, I was like, F everything, and I went just back to doing what I did last month and went back to the old me. Jeff Foxworthy said somebody asked him, what do you think about before you walk out on stage? And Jeff said, I'm always kind of reminding myself, okay, everybody you're looking at is going through something, a physical struggle, a financial struggle, an emotional struggle. And so my whole life has just been be nice to people, be kind to people, because you don't know their story. You don't know what they're dealing with. I don't think laughter makes people's struggles go away, but laughter is like the release valve that keeps the boiler from exploding. Now, as much as any time in my career, I have more people coming back after show and going, oh my gosh, I can't remember the last time I laughed like that. Which for a comic is like the ultimate compliment. Because, for just a little bit, you made them forget about all the bad stuff, just for a little bit. So correct or incorrect, I think it's almost therapeutic these days. He found the 2-year pandemic break weird. For me, I didn't get up on stage for almost 2 years, and I just missed it every week. I think my wife missed me doing it after a while. She's like, don't you have somewhere to go to do a show? I've learned to still be very grateful to be doing it since we've been back, because I still love it. I mean, I always think I'm the luckiest guy in the world because I've made a living doing something I would have done for free. I just kept my mouth shut when they offered to pay me. I can't imagine not doing it. I know I probably don't have many years left to do it, so I'm going to appreciate them while I've got them. Suzy Izzard has announced an autumn tour offering revamped versions of the greatest hits of her 35-year stand-up career. Izzard will revisit routines like Darth Vader and Mr. Steven in the Death Star canteen, the monkey in the tree from French lessons, and the pear that never seemed to ripen. Izzard said, in the first 35 years of my stand-up career, I came up with many weird and crazy comedy stories. The ones I like the best will be in my 2023 live remix tour. Legendary punk rock label Kill Rock Stars has announced the relaunch of Kill Rock Stars Comedy. Pap Johnson's album Timeless will come out Friday, August 11th. Kill Rock Stars has previously released albums by folks like W. Kamau Bell, Cameron Esposito, Hari Konobolu, Kurt Braunohler, Ian Carmel, Emily Heller, and more. That's a great list. One of the suits over there says, Kill Rock Stars is comedy. We started as a spoken word label and expanding to comedy was a natural move. Comedy is the new punk rock, and this excellent and hilarious Pap Johnson release marks the official reboot of our comedy program. On Timeless, Oakland native Pap Johnson shares with you his uniquely hilarious perspective on life, death, race, social graces, parenting, sex, relationships, and more. What We Do in the Shadows is back, and Mark Proch, who plays the energy vampire, well, he says despite the series getting awards and nominations, he still makes more money off his limited run on The Office than he does on a series that he's in every episode of for 5 years. He told The Wrap, I make more from one season of guest starring on The Office than I made for every season of Shadows combined. He's been in over 40 episodes of What We Do in the Shadows as Colin Robinson, the energy vampire. On The Office, he played Nate for 19 episodes. Two of his co-stars, Harvey Guillen and Kristen Schaal, have echoed his concerns, emphasizing how actors are treated pretty poorly. Kristen said, they don't make enough money to have a living. The residuals on streaming are almost non-existent, if at all. I've definitely noticed it from doing voiceover work and different things. If it's a streamer, you get paid for the day. Even if it's a hit show, that's not how people can make a living, and they shouldn't have to. Kristen Schaal described the current audition process, which requires performers to put themselves on tape like 20 times. She called it a full-time job. This started during COVID when everyone was social distancing. I know personally some artists find it just easier to do it from home, but then you get to do 20 revisions. Kristen said it's just considered the norm because actors will do it.
Hi, I'm Mark Francis and host of a new podcast, The Messi Effect. Join us as we take you into the exciting new world of Argentine soccer phenomenon, Lionel Messi. And his new life at Inter Miami will bring you into the glitz, the glamour, the star-studded events, along with the exciting journey to a new world of U.S. soccer and international football with news and stories 3 times a week. Come along for the ride as Messi, Miami, and Major League Soccer experience the journey of a lifetime. Get the Messi Effect wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you love your Peloton?
Oh, I sure do.
Well, I know you do because you started a podcast about one. If you love your Peloton and can't get enough of it and all the news that goes along with it, you should check out our show. It's called The Clip Out. It's a great place to go for instructor news, new classes, motivational tips, corporate machination.
We don't just tell you the news, we also give you our thoughts on why things are happening. And each week we also interview a member of the Peloton community. Sometimes it's, somebody like me, just a regular person riding their bike.
Sometimes it's snooking.
You never know.
You never know.
The Clip Out is about anyone who loves their Peloton.
Every week we take you behind the scenes and inside the world of Peloton. The Clip Out is available wherever you get your podcasts or check out our website,
theclipout.com.
The National Comedy Center in Jamestown, New York is getting ready to celebrate the 31st Lucille Ball Comedy Festival, August 2nd through the 6th. Pretty good headliners, too. Gabriel Iglesias, August 3rd. Taylor Tomlinson, August 4th. This year, the festival's comedy late-night events at the Tropicana Club above the Lucy Desi Museum, that's all fun, will feature a variety of comedians performing new and edgier material. Free screening of classic I Love Lucy episodes on the outdoor jumbo screens, Lucy Town tours, and Lucy Legacy tribute events. All the information on comedycenter.org/festival. The New York Times profiled Comedy Bites, who's a group of comedians who call themselves an AI comedy collective. They're going to perform at Crystal Lake, that's a bar in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, on July 19th. What's the format of the show? This is a lot of fun. In round 1, humans roast machines, machines roast humans. Round 2, humans versus specific AI celebrity and vice versa. Round 3, human versus an AI version of the human himself or herself. One of the founders, Aaron Staples, said, I'm proud to say I successfully beat the AI all 3 rounds. Battling myself was actually the hardest. The celebrity guest I had was Elizabeth Holmes. I work in tech myself during the day and kind of obsessed over the whole Theranos story, so it was really fun to be able to battle. Why was it hard to battle yourself? It got more personal than I thought, not in a bad way, but I wasn't expecting it to be so pointed. There was a lot of like, your code isn't even that good. And I'm like, oh man, that was spicy. And from the Mirror, a list of some license plates that have been deemed too rude or too controversial for your personalized plate. I'll read the number letter combinations and you can figure out what they are. All of these have 73 as placeholders in the middle of it. Factor that in as you listen to me read you alphanumeric combinations. So on the banned list are AS73, HOL, BU73 SHT, and EA73 TCK. That last one made Johnny Mac laugh. You cannot have EA73 POO, and you cannot have TT73 TTS. And that is your comedy news for today. Follow the show for free on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your shows. See you tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Mark Francis and host of a new podcast, The Messy Effect. Join us as we take you into the exciting new world of Argentine soccer phenomenon, Lionel Messi. And his new life at Inter Miami will bring you into the glitz, the glamour, the star-studded events, along with the exciting journey to a new world of U.S. soccer and international football with news and stories 3 times a week. Come along for the ride as Messi, Miami, and Major League Soccer experience the journey of a lifetime. Get the Messi Effect wherever you get your podcasts.